we're gonna learn about a Willys Wagon!
I'm Brian, and this is Project Face Off. I'm an average do-it-yourselfer who's resto-modding a 53 Willys Wagon for family camping and overlanding. The goal is to build a classic to replace my existing Jeep, fit the whole family, and have a modern driveline. Easy, right? So hit subscribe and follow along to see if I can actually pull this off.
Before I can do the rhino lining inside the interior of the Willys, I need to install a handful more things. And it wasn't cheap, but made here in the US, and God, I hope it's worth it. From this company called JB Custom Fabrication. I'm gonna have to figure out how to install this. And I'm gonna need somewhere inside the Willys to do it. I don't know, maybe on the other side here? In order for me to install the shifter, I have to put a couple of brackets down here. This belly pan, or cross member, whatever you want to call it, needs to be lowered. And so I've put up kind of like the Homer Simpson style jack stands in order to hold up the transmission, transfer case, and driveline, so I don't have to take it all apart. So I'm being kind of lazy, and God, I hope this works because it's going to be awkward if it doesn't. I don't know where we can get this to fit. Can you move your foot real quick? So maybe an option is put it here, but I don't really like that, so that I can run this through the front here. I don't know. I don't have a really good option here. I didn't even think about this. This is not a shift lever that's going to be used that frequently to go from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive. At the same time, you don't really want it there.
What if it just sits in there, like right on along the floorboard there, where you'd put the brake and the gas?
Why don't you place it where you think it should go?
Like, could you put it there?
I don't think that's really accessible.
Could you put it there? Well, this cable has to go all the way down here, so having it point up is, I mean, it's not a terrible idea. I mean, I guess option 2 is we could just put it on the flat portion here. I don't like that either.
That feels awkward for when you're...
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The car thing, using the brake and the...
I mean, I think...
Trying to attack my foot.
Well, what about there?
You could do it. I mean, you could have it in 2, you know, and then... So, we're thinking what now?
So I think if you could put it on this side, because you have more room on this side because your gear shift is offset. So if you put it here, and I don't know where you could put the cable, you were saying that maybe you could put a hole there.
Yeah.
Or maybe once you can, I would just try at first feeding the cable through there and see if it slides forward enough, but I don't think it will because this is too rigid.
Okay.
So you'd probably have to do something there. Or straight down, I don't know what is best for you. I think it would be easier if you go straight through there, because you'd have more flexibility to move that forward.
All right, cool. I was trying to install the transfer case shifter. When I came down here, I realized that I did not do a very good job of installing the transmission shifter earlier, which I don't think I videotaped. But the way I routed it was it's now touching the drive shaft, the forward drive shaft. So I'm really glad that I was down here paying attention. So I'm gonna have to undo it from here and reroute it so that it goes under the transfer case and this way. I think there's too much tension on the wire, to be honest with you, and I imagine over time that would be bad. Problem number 2 that I'm running into is if you see up here, I've got this bracket, the LS transmission, to attach the transfer case. This bracket's really thick, and then I got this tab up here. And when I try to put this is really hard to do with 2 hands, here, this is hitting all over the place. So I am thinking that what I'm gonna have to do is trim this a little bit, which should be a hoot, and then somehow make this sit flush. All right, here's the bracket. I take the nuts off, and now this bracket is sitting there. As you can see, it sits a little too proud. What I'm gonna do is cut this bracket here, right along there. I have 2 points of attached here, and then on this other side, I'll have 3 of the 4 bolts held on. What do you think, Sheila? Oh boy, that's not helpful. That's not helpful. Oh, right in the lips, damn it.
Build a custom car, they said. You can do it, they said.
I have this rod right here, okay? Now this rod is what allows you to change the gears in the transmission. I appear to have an issue. My issue is this bracket right here is too short, or this cable is too short, one of the 2. So I think I'm gonna try and move this bracket back this way so that this can connect. Now, problem number 2 is this tip is not long enough to touch this connect right here. This right here needs to connect to this. And it looks like I'm about, I don't know, 8 inches off or so. So let's start by undoing these 2 screws, moving this back as far as it'll go, which looks like about maybe 3.5 inches or so, and see where we're at there. So sadly, I tried cutting just the tip and cheating a little bit so that I could slide this out even further. The problem is, it just isn't long enough. So when I swear, this is hard to do one-handed, but when I stick this through, I don't get any of the teeth in order to attach it. So I think we're gonna have to try something else. I think I'm gonna take this off one more time, and I think I'm gonna see if I can't weld some pieces of steel on. It'll be a little janky, but it's gonna be hidden under here. It'll be strong, it just won't look as pretty as what Low Car made. All right, here we go. I think this is gonna work. God, I hope it is. I'm not gonna work on this way too long. But if we look under here, I extended this bracket. So I welded in further. And the reason I had to extend it out further is because this cable right here is what is shifting the transmission, okay? And the cable had to go around here. So I just ran this around the transfer case here, and now in order to get that to work, I am going to cut this to 4.5 inches, connect it with a coupling nut, and hopefully that'll work. Guys, get in the car.
I call drivers. What's up?
Alright. Okay. Bryce, between your legs, there's a stick shift.
Is it rolled in blue tape?
It's rolled in blue tape,
Alrighty.
and it's got a button in the middle.
Is it? Oh, yeah, we see it.
You
Bryce.
don't do anything yet. Press the button and move the stick shift. No, you shouldn't be forcing it. Press the button all the way in. There we go. Try going to each one. So at the top it should be what? P? You see at the top?
Yeah.
It says P. So press the button in and try to go all the way to the top. Okay. All right. And then what's after P?
R.
Okay. What do you think R stands for in a car?
Reverse.
Wow, that was pretty good. All right, try to go to reverse. Oh my gosh, not so hard. Go one at a time. Each click represents a gear. Go one down. You press the button and you pull it one click. Okay, that's reverse. Press it in and do one more click. Press the button down and go down one. I think you went down two. Now go down one more. Do it again. So go to the letter N. What do you think N stands for?
Neutral.
Good job, man. I don't think I would have gotten that.
Why are you so not enthusiastic? What's up, guys? Today,
your host, Charlie.
No, I'm your host right now, and today we're gonna learn about a Willys Wagon. Come on.
If you've made it this far in the video, thanks. This was a painful process at best. You know, I had no intention of reworking the shifter cable for the transmission, but once I got underneath the vehicle and saw that it was rubbing, it had to be done. The next episode will cover the installation of this transfer case shifter, which I really like, and I felt like the process was a little bit easier and turned out pretty well. So thanks again for watching. Please hit subscribe and like this video. It really helps in motivating me to make further content.